Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Here.
Hey!
Happy Diwali.
Oh, yes. Yes. And a happy Diwali to you.
And super old friend of the show. We're super excited to have her
You're
on
talking
the
about
show.
how young she looks, and you're
Yeah.
calling her super old?
Yeah, this guy. This guy is
I got one intro.
He's so bad at it. How can someone be...
What can't you do it? I want to do it.
I would do it.
Today is my birthday, actually.
Oh,
My
happy
God,
birthday.
so older than she's ever been.
I'm the oldest ever. Right now.
Yeah. Do you want me to play her?
Okay, Daniel made a intro song for Jenna today.
Oh, no way.
And it's stuck in the nostalgia. So just listen. You got to listen carefully though to get all. It didn't work too hard, but
my God,
you'll
that's
definitely like it. Here we go. Oh, here. Yeah.
Oh, well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world is
our friend Jenna Hirt.
Steal their soul in South Korea, make Antarctica cry uncold from the Red Sea to Greenland. They'll be singing the blues. Well, they never Arkansas her. Steal the Mekong from the jungle. Tell me where in the world is
our friend Jenna Hirt.
she go from Nashville to Norway, Bonaire to Zimbabwe, Chicago to Czechoslovakia and back. Well, she'll ransack Pakistan and run a scam and be get. And she'll stick 'em up down under and go pickpocket purse. She put the missing misdemeanor when she stole the beans from Lima. Tell me where in the world is
Our friend Jenna Hirt.
oh, tell me where in the world is where can she be? Oh, tell me where it done if argue like
All right, calm down, AI.
God,
Just show off now.
Christ.
Yeah, we don't need you to show off. You could have ended there.
You know what? Just start tap dancing. Come on, take it around again. Take it around.
Jenna Hirt's
Fucking
here.
Hey!
Oh my God, that was fun.
I got to hit you in the nostalgia a little bit. All I
That's
changed.
just reminded me of a lot of places I haven't been.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Seoul. I haven't been to Kiev.
You ain't never been to Seoul. Seoul.
So Jenna Hirt's here today to give us some travel advice. Like a couple months ago, I asked Jenna, I was like, hey, Jenna's hard to nail down. She's
Yeah, I know. You've been trying to get in her pants for years.
trying to catch a butterfly.
Yeah, it is. It's
voted-
literally like trying to get a gnat.
Butterfly voted one of the top easiest things to catch by Catch Magazine.
If you catch it too hard, you gotta
With your hands, not a net.
I had no idea you also read Catch Magazine, my favorite magazine. You don't read Catch? What are you catching?
So Jenna, I figured she'd come in and give some travel advice
Yeah.
and kind of share
I'm
with
not done with trying to catch a butterfly.
It's
It's like trying to catch a butterfly like this. Got it.
No, it's one of those fast butterflies that fly around.
I forgot about the 28 days later butterflies that are fast now.
It's zigzagging all crazy.
It's like an alligator.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
zigzag
get
crazy.
butterflies in my pool cage all the time, and
I've
then
been saying that about you for years.
my wife's like, "Get them out of here! They're gonna die!" And I'm like, "Oh my God, they only live a week!" And then I'm out there trying to catch it, and I can't. And then if you hit it too hard, it dies. Anyway,
Once that
just like
glass roof
Jenna.
falls in, once that glass roof
catch.
falls in, it'll just be butterflies in and out all the time.
Yeah, how's your son? What is it, Florida
It's
glass?
good. Okay. It has aluminum. Awesome. No leaks. they fixed the leaks, which I felt bad about. I was like,
They're like, we don't normally do this. This is impossible to fix, but we're fixing it.
Anyway.
Edson has aluminum. We'll catch the leaks just like butterflies.
Yeah.
So, Jenna, first, we were kind of chatting with Jenna before, we started today, and Jenna brought up something that is super interesting to me because throughout her world travels, Jenna has collected, not that much. It's not like she's buying cheap Chinese, tourist garbage at the place, but she's collected some, like, world inequities.
Yeah.
Real unique things.
Substantial interesting pieces of art, and
Antiquities?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going
Oh, Butterfly Man's back.
What did you say? Did you say antiquity?
for? Is it inequity?
Inequity.
Which she doesn't collect.
You just have some of the greatest equality.
Release the butterfly. See if you can catch them. I'm sorry, Jenna.
How are your inequities?
Why did it even try to? Why did it just say you collected some stuff?
That's what I go with. I never go hard, man, unless
I
I
know.
really truly know it, unless I really know the word. Like, unless I
You just
really,
said stuff.
yeah, you could have just said, well, you've been around the world and like give us some of the more unique objects. You could have just said objects. Objects, that's an easy one.
Anything else? Anyway, so you've collected a lot of stuff, but interesting stuff from around the world.
Give us
and-
some ideas of like some of the stuff you had. The one you told us already is very
just
cool.
a lot of masks, from like Borneo and Hong Kong or New Zealand, like kind of like handmade, like kind of puppet things, like hand carved, I don't know, big long copper sconces, like these big heavy copper castle-y sort of thing, like just big, I don't know, these Moroccan doors, like hand-carved
That's
Moroccan
badass.
doors. I spent days going around Morocco looking for the doors. There's different souks there. So souks are like different areas where they make stuff. And the doors souk, I seeked it out.
You were seeking a special soup.
So
Seeked out the souk.
I bet she
And
has.
had these doors shipped over, just like, what am I doing with the, like, I can't put them on my camper. I don't know what to.
Yeah, but you love the doors, and you're like, I gotta have these Moroccan saloon
Yeah,
doors.
So yeah, like interesting stuff, like stuff that would be in the basement of a cabin in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like where you're going, like, whoa, the Fabergé eggs and masks and things, really cool things. But
It's like an American Museum of Inequities.
like you said, you can't put them in your RV.
Yeah.
And then you have to store them somewhere. So
Yeah.
it's like you're paying to store them.
Yeah.
And you're like, I should just get rid of them. But I'm like, yeah, you can't
I
get
had
rid
a
of all
storage
your.
unit for a long time, and it's like you just like what am I, yeah.
Well, you must have thought though, because you're a smarty cat. You must have thought you're buying doors, and doors are for people that are settling down.
I was going to
Right?
build a house.
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to build a house,
Start
and
with
it
the
took
door.
a few days. I literally designed this house around these doors.
There you go.
I'm not joking.
I knew there
The
was a better
house
story
was
here.
designed around the two doors.
Yeah.
But it was a couple years, and I was meeting with contractors and this and that. It just was not working out. So now I just have these doors, and I don't have this.
Right.
Like I'm kind of waiting for the building, for them to sort of like catch up to what I was doing. I just wanted a basic concrete box, basically with a rooftop, like a rectangle box, concrete. Just super minimalist, And they just didn't want to do it. They want to talk you out of it. Okay, well, why do you gotta do concrete? Why can't you do wood? Why don't you
Oh,
do
that's
stuff?
big. We've been
It's like,
battling
well, if
this
you
on the
don't wanna
show.
do it-
That's big wood getting at it. Yeah,
It's
and big
just-
concrete getting at it.
They want to do what they want to do, and they'll say, yeah, I'll do your project. Well, here's the plans. Here's my architect. We did it all and everything, but they just wanted to talk me out of it. It's like, well, then you don't want to do it, actually.
I think
so-
the real problem
now
is most contractors make all their money off the door. If you come with your own door, they're just not making anything.
That
like
was the
that.
thing. I also have the faucets. I have all the copper faucets already from Morocco, double thing for the bathroom, and I have all the pieces and parts, and I wanted to do that all. Yeah. So, but anyways, it didn't work out.
Now, to their defense, like, I'm sure if I was the owner of the construction company, I would be like, listen, these guys build like 5 different houses, and if we start
What do you
changing
want?
it up,
Yeah, you
know,
get a
it's gonna be
Dansbury, you get a Monroe,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
get a
exactly.
Lexington, and you get a Norval.
Yeah,
Yes,
if
yes.
we start changing any of this up, it's going to be really bad.
But I'm starting to see now more modern sort of pieces and parts of what I was trying to do. So it's like they just need to kind of catch up a little bit, to basically the rest of the world that are just making concrete boxes. Like it's 2 cents over there, but over here it's 2 million.
Yeah,
like
it seems
it's
like those things fall down a lot in earthquakes, though. I'm just,
Yeah.
Well,
I see a lot
other
of concrete
places-
boxes
they
laying
do
sideways
make
on the
their
ground after an
blocks out of
earthquake.
kitty litter.
True. That is true.
So
Chinese kitty litter.
what's
True.
interesting about this is, in one way, I understand it. These things that you've collected are kind of like an anchor holding you back, or like it's there, you're paying for it. It's like
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
Well,
and
they
you-
do mean something to you, but you don't necessarily want to be dragging them around the
No.
world.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are both talking about Tom's family, right?
and in another way, you love them, and you're like, man, you know, but
It's nice that they're there.
But spending time with
Far
them is
away.
just a waste of time.
So, like, is there some way to like have this stuff and like know that you still own it, but not pay to store it, and like
Wear it on your back like a turtle?
I don't know.
I was like, could you loan it out
Yeah.
to people,
That
and then
would
they
be the thing is I could, go fly. I could rent a U-Haul, huck it in the back of this truck, drive it down to Florida, and start handing it out to my. But for the amount of money and time that it's going to cost me to do that, it's like, or do I just sell it in a driveway at in the I don't know
You
what to
could.
do.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, is it going to make you sad to get rid of all your collection? It's pretty. I mean, how many years would you say you've put into traveling
I mean, my whole
and collecting?
life of traveling. and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
it could be 30, 40 years, right? I mean,
Yeah.
of just moving around the world.
I mean, even just like shells that I got in Antarctica. Like I have bags of rocks and shells and things of like natural things that I've, this is from New Zealand. This is from Seychelles. This is from,
The
just like
beads
this
alone
stuff.
must
Like, I don't
be
know.
the beads alone must be
I've thought about that.
pounds and pounds.
How
of
many beads do you have from like all over the world? Just thousands?
The good thing about the beads is that I do sell them very quickly.
Sure, yeah.
Put them on stuff as soon as I get it, pretty much, and then it's gone. So yeah, so that does go pretty quick. But
Put these
it's like
doors on a necklace.
yeah.
Oh my
right.
God.
Start carving little bits out, like with a cucumber ball or melon ball.
Jaden Smith
like,
would
here's
wear
a-
that in a
Here's
heartbeat.
a piece of the Moroccan door.
A door necklace? He would wear that in a heartbeat.
Is there some part of you that wishes you never even started the collection or took anything back? Like it's like haunting you that this stuff that you love
'cause
it.
It's fun to collect that. It's fun to look like, something to do if you're going to, I don't know, some village and you see this thing and they're making something, and then you go back and you make a little rapport with this guy each time you walk by or whatever, and so it's something special. So it's like, it's memories of, but the good thing is that I've always had memories that I do collect beads and pendants. So I am able to have those memories, and I get to make them into jewelry that people buy from me, and I get to visit with them like that, because those
Yeah.
are my memories of collecting and all this stuff like that. But it's smaller. This is like stuff. Like, what do I do with the stuff?
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I
don't
got
know.
you. What's interesting is there's a singer that I follow, and it's going to take kind of a dark turn, but I don't mean it that way. But Joshua Ray Walker, and he got diagnosed with like a stage 3 or heavy colon cancer, and it would look like he was at the end. So he did a whole album it's called Stuff. That's the name of the album. That's why you're kind of triggering my brain right now.
Yeah.
And the whole album is him just picking inanimate objects and singing an entire song about that object or whatever from a place of having to give it up.
Wow.
Because he was having an estate sale, almost what you're saying,
Yeah.
because he thought he was going to die. Well, it turns out he's not going to die.
Oh, God.
But it's fine, and that's
Yeah.
obviously the best. But it did
Right.
change his perspective on stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Like, and it means different things at different times, right? Like,
Yeah.
when you're completely healthy or when you are looking at it, maybe your perspective on it is completely different, you know?
I feel like I've always been a minimalist.
Yeah.
Even that I have this stuff, it's not a lot. It's just there are special things, but it's also so special that I don't want it with me every second of my life. Like, it's just weird. I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird, but the psychology behind it is interesting to me, because when I know we had Josh Wolf in, and when you're talking about, was it Josh Wolf that had the bad mildew?
Yeah, he's in the
problems?
hospital right now with another bacterial infection. I hope he gets better.
The comedian?
Yeah, I just talked
But-
to him yesterday, actually,
wow.
on Instagram. We were going back and forth. I hope he's feeling better.
He had to,
Scott
like,
Wolf's cousin?
he had to leave his house and everything, all
Yeah,
his possessions
all his
behind.
stuff, had to get rid of
And
everything.
Because
you-
they had house mold?
Black mold.
Yeah, and then he just left it, and then he said it was very freeing.
Yeah.
Like knowing that all his stuff he had to start over, like it was, and you
I
had a
had a
house
house
fire,
fire.
then it burned, and then
Yeah. I
after
forgot
we
about
talked
that.
about this,
Yep.
and you felt a certain amount of
Yeah.
freedom that it all burned. It's weird. Like,
Yeah, because it's funny, because this is, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago or something that happened. And that was all stuff that I had been, same thing, collecting from around the world and collecting at art shows. It's so easy my whole life just to if I had a minute back then, I would walk around the art show and trade just to feel like I'm shopping. It's kind of fun. It's not really money, but I'm trading an anklet for something, a mug or a this or that. But at the same time, I would kind of just put this stuff like in the downstairs, and if friends would come over, I'd be like, "Oh, do you like this? Do you want this?" And I just kind of give it away,
Yeah.
But I would just collect. It was a lot of cool stuff. And when my house kind of burned down from my motorcycle caught on fire, and a lot of that stuff I couldn't save because God, it's so hard to get soot off stuff. It's this greasy. It's really messed up.
Like the oils.
It's oily.
Released from the burning.
I guess.
Have just settled on.
Yeah. So just the amount of time to clean like my snowboard would have been. It's just like just throw it away.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so a lot of that stuff was shed at that time. But this is stuff that I saved from the upstairs. It's like that. So it's stuff that meant enough that I saved it from a fire. And then also stored it in a storage unit for years. But
you got to set
the
storage unit on fire.
Yeah,
and then you're good to go.
Dude, the storage.
I solved it.
The storage unit industry in the United States is
it's crazy.
big.
It is crazy.
But only big in America, right? That's a purely American thing,
I don't know
right?
if I've ever seen a storage unit in another
That's what I'm
country.
saying. I was going to ask you.
Funny.
You're my #1 world traveler.
That is
my
funny.
wife is currently in the south of France right now. Andrea is.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "This looks nothing like."
Yeah.
She's like, "This is different." This is different.
They don't got gun shops, pawn shops, or storage units.
Yeah, storage unit seems like a very American thing.
Wow, that's funny.
Well, it's about abundance.
Maybe that's a good business to start.
Yeah.
I thought about it. We can't find land though. There's no land.
No.
You need land.
Also, the problem of it's emailing everybody that their rates went up $10, and I know that
I can do that.
I'm preying on their mental illness.
I'll do it.
It's hard for me to prey. I know it seems like it should be easy, but I just oh, you're in love with a bunch of garbage, and you're
victimless sickness. It's a victimless sickness. Leave it alone.
I know you're too lazy.
10.
You're too lazy to come move it from one storage unit to another to save $180 a month.
I'll do you one better. We'll give you a bigger unit, and I'll move everything for you. Your rent's going at $20. But I'll give you a bigger one, so you got more room now.
That's interesting.
It's like all the stuff we save over a lifetime, and then anybody, if you ever go to estate sales and stuff, old people die with a tremendous amount of stuff, all to just be given to strangers. It's a weird thing to this stuff burdened you your whole life, and then you're just gonna. It's going to be thrown away and given to strangers. It's all rotting. And it's a bizarre thing.
Since I've been kind of trying to figure this out, what to do with all this stuff, I've been riding my bike a lot just around neighborhoods and stuff. And people have their garage doors open. And I don't know, this guy had this Porsche in his garage. But there was mountains of junk. How does this guy even get in his car? And I'm just what is this bucket?
I can't. Tom can see how it's changing how I look.
Junk.
You got to go in my garage last week and actually see how organized. It's pretty organized, right? And you can sit in there.
I feel like if you have the more space you have, the more stuff you collect, right? You got a garage, and then all of a sudden, you don't want those ratchets. Oh, they're a little rusty. Oh, maybe I'll use them for something. Put them in the corner. Now you get some rusty ratchets.
You're talking about Tom.
Oh, my garage is filled to the ceiling with junk.
Rusty ratchets.
I've created.
You are rusty ratchets.
I've created pathways, and then I'm going, and I'm mad about it. And I'm like, oh God, please save me.
You get new stuff all.
Just throw it in there.
Four-wheeler, scooter.
Yeah. I'm living the American dream, Jenna.
Now there's storage units, and then your upper class of that is where I'm gonna go work later, which is a warehouse. You have acquired a warehouse, and you can just throw whatever the hell you want into there. You get in a real pirate spot situation.
Once you get a big business and your warehouse, you'll put that in the corner.
But you know what bothers me the most when people hoard isn't things, doors, big things, vase, beads, glass. None of that bothers me. It's the textiles. Piles of just shirts. Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah.
I look at
textiles.
it. Yeah,
I got
piles
you.
of textiles.
You know how many Tom and Dan shirts I have? Don't
throw them away.
I have so many shirts.
When you throw them away, guys, it makes us look like you're not listening. You got to hold on to them or burn them.
Shirts and stickers and magnets.
I'm not
a whole
even
Tom and Dan drawer with
45
Rat
collared
house
shirts
shirt.
on hangers that I'm just looking at that I use 5 of my business shirts a day. And then I'm like, what the hell am I have 45 shirts for? This is absurd. Like, this is insane. I'm just screaming. This is insane. Crystal's got a million things. She gets boxes of Stitch Fix coming in.
Bunches of
I'm like,
sticks.
what is mental illness? I'm like, we're all mentally ill. I'm screaming at my neighbors. They're mentally ill. And they're like, we're all crazy. We could be
You
living a
crazy,
better
I'm
life.
crazy.
They're scamming us to buy a bunch of garbage. Anyway.
Well, I'm not doing it anymore.
Oh,
I'm out.
yeah.
I'm out of the game.
Anyway. All right, Jenna, let's get to the main point of this whole bit.
Yeah.
Which is not about throwing away your garbage.
Well, we do a little catch up to see where you've been. Where's the last place you went?
Oh, well, I was in Virginia Beach 2 weeks ago.
That's
for
not
a-
exotic. Oh, God. What'd you see
Exotic?
there? Oh,
I
did you
don't
see the Parthenon?
They were
Wow. Oh, man.
boogie boarding with King Powers.
What'd you see? A Top Golf?
King Neptune.
How's the souk up there?
Yeah,
I was at my art show.
Yeah.
But,
No,
yeah.
well, let's because I figured Jenna can give us some. I figured like 2 locations. One being an easy exotic location.
Okay.
Like obviously not. We're Jenna Hirt here. She's a professional.
We're going to
so-
do like, what are you going to do? Like beginner exotic?
yeah
beginner exotic,
Beginner exotic location.
They also have that at Secrets.
Yeah, I heard. I
Yeah. Oh, my
Oh
God.
yeah, Moody was
Yeah,
there telling me all about
because
it.
it was all ebony. Oh, my God.
Like, I heard he texts me this long thing about what happens in Secrets. Then he sends me a picture, a video of his son's play. I'm like, are you texting me this while you're watching your son's play?
I feel like you should have to put a GIF in there to bring it up.
Yeah,
Put one GIF in there to bring it
I'm like,
up.
my God, the things you described.
And how are you able to even be at that place?
Yeah, like, listen to your son sing Hallelujah. Anyway, so let's start with an easy exotic location and give some travel tips to our listeners.
I must say, I don't know if the last time I was around, I had so many listeners message contact that I've literally talked through, sent them pins, give them like on the phone, hour-long conversations, just telling them all about where to go, what to do, where to stay, what to look out for.
I'm not
what,
sure I like
you
our
know.
listeners.
Hour-long.
Yeah,
I
hour-long
do.
conversation. Leave her the hell alone,
I
you creep.
love it.
They're
I will
like, talk
stop.
me off, Jenna. Oh, you're so hot.
Well,
you perverts. Leave her alone. She can
No,
do
but
it
it's
in
great.
email.
But they actually
Email.
go.
Do
They
an email.
No, I can't email.
You
That's
gotta
too-
email them. Don't
I'm
let
too
them get
busy.
you on the phone.
No,
Next
I'm
thing you know, they want to
driving.
meet in person. That's how you end up in a drum.
I'm driving so much for, going to my art shows, 10 hours, 11 hours just to get to my last show, So I have time to talk,
Okay.
Well, you got to charge for that. This is what a travel agent does.
It is.
True, this
It
is
really
consulting.
is.
This
It
is
is
consulting.
You're
It
like,
is.
plan
But
my
I
whole
love it.
vacation, Jenna, while you're
The
driving.
world stops when somebody talks about traveling. I will literally, all sales stop, everything. I love talking about traveling.
Tulum, Mexico, where is it at on the
It's
Pacific
basically you
Coast?
fly into Cancun.
Oh,
But here's a new tip: they have Tulum.
I've been to Cancun. Not
and-
good.
Yeah. I've only
2 stars.
I fly in there. Yeah. So Tulum is this, basically new. I mean, I don't know. The last probably 5-8 years, maybe it started getting real. Instagram has made it famous.
Yeah.
Everything there is pretty artsy. Like all the buildings are made like very natural, weird. Sticks are all woven in. It makes it look like a frog, and that's the entrance. And you take an Instagram picture, it's all like very, very kind of hippie, metaphysical, sort of very contrast. You can go there and live on $5 a day eating the most fantastic tacos at the little mom and daughter taco side street thing, for
I
$1.50.
only eat at mom and pops, not mom and daughters.
Or you could spend $500 on dinner,
They have
so-
both extremes.
Yeah, so you can live your own adventure there. It's like,
I love
See,
that.
that's what a lot of Americans especially are missing out on that I want to take advantage of is going up to a place where our dollar is worth more than their dollar,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so it goes farther.
Yes.
Like every time I'm on vacation, I'm spending
Yeah.
$18 a drink and like exorbitant prices, and I feel disgusted about everything. I'm like, God damn, this hotel is $800, this excursions. It's $600 a break. It's all money. And then I'm like, God,
it's the developing countries. That's what I've been doing for years
know.
and years and years now, almost 10 years.
I'm so afraid of
in
being killed.
In the beginning of my traveling.
You got to get over that
family being-
minority thing.
You think you want to go to all these European places, and granted, I've been to most of them, but they are very pricey, or at least on par with here, you know? So it's like, what, you know, of course, there's so much history and all this kind of stuff, but your dollar does go farther in Africa.
Yeah.
It does go farther in Middle Eastern places, and you get to see and do so much more. It's a huge. So my thing for years and years and years is like, if I had 2 or 3 weeks off from art shows, is cheaper for me to fly out of the country than to stay in the States, because I would need to get an Airbnb or something, because I need to make jewelry. If I'm in the States, I feel like I have to be making jewelry. Like, it's just my brain, you know?
Yeah.
If I leave, I don't, you know, I could do what I want, sort of. I guess that's the point
That
of
makes sense,
traveling.
yeah.
You know, I'm a little bit more like, you know, yeah. So
You've also covered everywhere, so that sort of makes sense. You know, it's not like there's anybody who's not one of your clients. You know, if you're open to jewelry, Jenna can make you jewelry.
yeah,
So,
that's true.
yeah, I
Yes.
see how you feel like you're locked here. Plus, you've been doing it. How long have you been making jewelry?
35 years.
See, it's important to let our listeners know that this isn't just some lady that just started making jewelry. You've been
Yeah.
making it your entire adult life.
Yes.
35
Since
freaking years.
1990.
That's
I
crazy,
know.
dude.
I'm
Congrats.
just starting to feel it on my hands.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little scary, actually.
Yeah, it's like barbers or tattoo artists.
I've been
or-
saying this for like the
Yeah.
last 2 years is you have to know your worth. Like, when you make something, I try to preach this to anybody that's starting any new business or this or that. It's like, just know your worth, because you're only going to have, if you're making something with your physical body, you're building skate parks, you're whatever you're doing with your body, is just know your worth, because you're only going to be able to do that for so long. I feel like there's only so many more chokers I could make in the rest of my life. You know, there's only you. I think you
Get
have
the
some
injections.
finite.
Yeah, watch it. You ever thought about you maybe get on the, get on
Get
the
on the-
TRT?
but you know what I'm saying? I think your body
Muscle
only has
up.
so much use. It doesn't just work forever. So
God, how much does that suck, Jenna? Where you try to stay young, and then all of a sudden your legs and arms are asleep all the time, and you're like, God damn it! You're like, it's like no matter what, your body is gonna start having problems.
Oh, I lose feeling in my body, which really means I don't know I'm living. Does that make sense? Like, I can't feel anything anymore, which makes life not worth living.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Real quick, I'm gonna throw in some travel advice
Okay.
yeah.
for
Well,
families.
You've traveled a lot. You
Yes,
have.
You have.
So because I wrote this down, and this is some family travel advice, is indoctrinate your kids into liking hiking. All right. And this is why, because it's free. Like, right, and then you save so much money.
Sure.
And then you work in some epic lunch. That's what my scam
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Is that
Explain Epic Lunch again to everybody, because
Okay,
they
well,
may not know what that means.
I indoctrinated my sons into being excited that we were gonna like hike to some point and then eat lunch while looking at something epic. And you could really epic is there's a spectrum of epic.
I mean, there's Epic Universe. You can do it right up the road. I mean, there's a lot of epics.
Yeah. I mean, you could just be you're in the woods and
Yeah. Or it
you're
could be
having a picnic in the woods.
It could be a dentist's fish tank that's really big. Wow, this is an epic fish tank at this dentist's office. Let's eat lunch on the floor here.
But you're tricking them, and then
Yeah.
you keep mentioning how epic the epic lunch is, and then just indoctrinating them into being
And-
like, "Oh,
and
yeah,
change
that was
what
good."
epic
It's called
means-
brainwashing.
Yeah. Gaslighting, brainwash. You change epic what
Yeah.
it means every time.
Yeah, and then you keep saying like, "This is awesome," right?
Yeah.
Even though it isn't, you know it isn't.
Yeah.
You just keep saying that out loud.
And then after you're done with it, this is how I get Maisie with things that really suck. Afterwards, I'll say no less than 100 times after we did it how great it was. That's how you get them. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah, and
after
then
fact, because it's the subtle. It's almost like the subconscious brain is working
You know what
harder.
you do is you pay somebody, some random person, to like walk ahead of you with a camera. Doesn't even need film or a battery, just a camera, and just have them sort of bend down and take a picture at the bottom of the tree. So you're like, oh, what are they looking at? This it's so interesting that somebody's taking a picture.
yeah.
You know, like,
I like that. Now you're up in
making, like,
Now you're
they're-
doing a
it's- This is the
full-blown
most
scam.
interesting. Like, everywhere they're taking. But this is funny because when I'm
my margins are all gone. If you want to pay some hobo to take fake pictures, I'll do that
something is
myself.
Hey,
interesting.
which tree you want me to film?
Have you
No, I
considered
found that.
doing things kids are interested in.
Well, that's expensive, Ross.
That's so funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an inexpensive way to trick your family into believing that you're true
Well,
adventurers.
you guys hike a lot. I saw you put up some pictures this weekend of like some of your like what was it, delicate arts you did, and some of the other places
Yeah.
you've done where you've
Yeah.
gone and had these epic lunch. How many epic lunches would you say you've done?
Dozens at this
Yeah,
point.
it's a
Or-
lot.
That's so cool.
But
It's a lot.
it is like I found that the free hikes and stuff are sometimes better than the damn excursions you pay for. You're like, hey, because then it's like you're with a group of people, and then it's like, you feel like I got $300 for this.
Yeah.
Like I just walked this hike and had an epic lunch for free.
Yeah.
Bologna sandwich.
Unless it's jet skis and molesting stingrays, that is worth every price.
I do need a description of the epic lunch. What is happening in this brown paper bag that you carted across a mountain?
It's not a good lunch. It's the lunch is epic, not that the lunch is epic.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of ham and cheese sandwiches, like a cheese sandwiches for damn Max.
I mean, Max is like in prison. He's like literally getting like a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, the lunch is horrible. The location's not even that good. But again, you're just like, hey, let's go have a hike to epic lunch, and then you do it, and that's one whole day of free vacation.
When they put you in a home where you're sharing a room with 4 other old guys, this is why.
So Jenna, what else travel advice would you give to some of our listeners?
Well, just kind of going on that Tulum thing, right?
Yeah.
I choose to fly into Cancun and get a private transfer. It's about an hour and a half from Cancun to Tulum.
Okay.
You could hop on a bus, but I choose to get a private transfer. It's round trip. You know, it takes you directly to where you're staying. And
It's a bus.
It's a private van. You know, so it's got AC. I could just sit there, do my, talk to customers, whatever, and adjust just to waking up early, and just have my own free time for an hour and a half. Get there, but
well, how much is that?
$250 round trip.
Oh wow.
So, but
It was a lot of
you
work.
could, but I
Make
also
your kids walk and then give them a peanut butter sandwich at the end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, how about the epic walk?
This is already better than epic lunch. Epic van ride is like, woo!
Okay, but the only reason why I do that really is because also I have my bead box with me, and for me to bring that in the bus that costs like $25 each way, a big Aldo, big red bus that will take you and it stops 10 million times for an hour and a half. It takes 3 hours. And then I would have to walk a mile with my bead box that I can't carry.
Yeah.
Then a taxi in Tulum is the most expensive taxi in all of Mexico. Tulum is technically, I think, the most expensive town in all of Mexico. But at the same time, there's the other side of it where it's just regular Mexico. You just can choose to be super fancy, or you could choose to not be.
I mean,
Okay.
according to Wikipedia, they say Tulum has the best beaches in Mexico.
Ugh.
That's what they say.
It's
And they say
gross.
the tourist destination is now divided into 6 main areas. You've got the
La
Pueblo.
Yeah.
You've got the Zona Hotelera.
Yes.
You've
That's
got
the beach side.
Aldea Zama, and then La Valita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go on the other side of Avenue Tulum, which is the jungle side. It's just not as developed. So
I knew you were down on the jungle side.
Yeah,
I knew it.
not on the
I knew
beach
it. Every
side.
time I look at little girls, love jungle side.
But what I'm saying is about Tulum is they just built an international airport there in Tulum. So you could technically fly into Tulum now, but there's only, I think, 2 places in the States that do nonstop. And it's probably not going to be from where you're flying from. And so now you got a layover. So if you just fly out of Orlando, it's nonstop. It's like 2 hours, and then you just take that drive, whatever. I'd rather be in a car than in an airport on a layover with another plane, personally.
Yeah.
But also you have to take into account that the new airport in Tulum also charges so much tax for the transports to get in or out of the airport. It's either getting in to get you or bringing you to drop you off. I forget which way, but it costs $150. It's nearly half or more of what I'm paying for the transfer from Cancun, and I'm just getting a nonstop. So you just gotta weigh it out. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the government is charging a tax for basically for tourists to come in and have the ability to fly straight into Tulum. They're charging you on the other end of it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're just kind of weighing it out, whatever. So you can technically now fly into Tulum, but I would rather just fly into Cancun and take that ride, and have a nonstop flight. But a lot of places there in Tulum is, you could get there. You don't have to exchange money, right away. You could just get there and.
Yeah, but I like having the funny money, you know?
can.
Right, I look at it and I'm like, what
You'll
is
need
this? This is Monopoly money. It
You'll
doesn't even
need
look real.
But you could just get it in town. There's on Avenue Tulum, there's just one basic road in town in the mainland, and then one basic road on the beach. Like A1A beach, there's that,
Gotcha.
and then there's Ridgewood.
Have you
or
checked
wherever.
out any of the sinkholes?
The cenotes.
The
yes.
cenotes. Yeah.
Yes.
Because
So
there's one called Temple of Doom.
there's so many. There's so many. And so many of them, there's just like, it's just, oh, what do you want to do? You can go
Maya
to,
Blue.
there's so many. And
The Hat on, Temple of Doom, Tortuga. There's just,
And,
and it's a list of how, and they're all unique, right?
they are all unique and all different. But a lot of them, first you have to pay, of course, so that's fine. You should pay a little bit.
Support them a little bit.
But sometimes some of them make you wear helmets and life vests.
Oh, Tom's out
What?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
God.
is supposed to be better.
I know. It's really stupid. So you're in,
You don't even have to wear a helmet at Epic
Well,
Lunch.
there's no lawsuits there. What the hell are they worried about?
But like the Instagram picture is like the sun comes in, but you got to wait for 150 people to get out of the way with their stupid
Right.
orange life vests. You know, so
Yeah.
I like. I have this one. It's called Calavera.
Yeah, I see it.
That
Yep.
one.
Yep.
That's the best. Best. And in Tulum, you could ride your bike there. It's like a mile from like where I stay. It's very small. So you could technically, I mean, if 20 people are in there, that's a lot of people, you know. But so it's very small and local, more local. Less people go there because it's not terribly as, I don't know, famous or something as the other ones.
I
know?
thought you were going to pull your boobs out there.
I thought she was too. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
I
She's
was like,
talking.
oh
Oh
my
my God.
God.
Here's that. Ow. And then I was like, what the hell?
My
I
brain
showered
froze.
today.
Yeah.
My
I
hair
was like, oh my
comes
God.
out.
I'm going to pull my boobs out. Then I pull my boobs out.
I'm like, I haven't seen different boobs
yeah.
in a while.
Then Tom takes his boobs out. I'm like, come on, Ross.
And then
We're
it
doing
reminded
it.
me, I was like, I feel like other grown
I'm
men
shedding.
have often see different boobs in their wife, and like I've been sheltered.
I
there.
saw a lady just the other day breastfeeding, and she did that move where she removed the child, and then she adjust her whole T-word.
So, Jenna, you made me very upset when you mentioned life vests and hats.
Their helmets.
Helmets.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like the world is ruining my favorite things about other countries, which is one is corruption.
The
I
funny talk.
I like the funny talk too, and the funny money.
I thought you said the funny towel hat. What's up with these funny towel hats?
Is corruption and the fact that like my buddy Dre, he was telling me he's going to Peru with his family, and he's like, I'm like, oh man, I love the fact that you could pay off the cops if you actually did ever get in trouble. Like $100 bill will buy you out of anything. Like 100
I don't know if
American.
it will anymore.
Yeah, no, he
I don't know if it will anymore.
he said that he's talked to his family over there.
I know, but you've been getting a lot of stuff wrong lately, so I'm gonna.
I think it will. I think $100.
I don't know if it has the power it used to.
Not that it used to, because
Yeah.
it's fading.
There was a time when a hundo would do you literally, what do you want to do?
But
See, but when things are that corrupt, it's not anything that you did. It's something that they made up that you did that you have to just pay to get out of.
yeah. That was my experience in Tijuana,
Right.
Mexico.
That's basically just a give me your money.
Yeah. They start robbing you. Yeah. Well, that's too corrupt. I need the midpoint of corruption,
Okay.
where it's like they pull you did something, you're like, you littered, and you're like, here's $50, and they're like, good day, sir, and then you just leave.
Well, let me add this too, based on your Tulum, like what we're kind of the information we're giving here, and it sounds great. It is listed as, and you know this because you've been there tons and tons of times, a very safe place. It is listed as a very safe place.
I
Yeah.
think it's super safe, but anything. I don't go out after dark much there because where I stay, there's no street lights to get back. It's just dark and there's crazy potholes everywhere. And at night, all the dog packs come out and they want to chase you. And then you got 10 dogs running at you and there's potholes and you can't see.
One of
And I
those-
always forget to bring a light with me. For
One
my
of those
bike.
classically safe dog pack ridden towns.
Yeah, I was second guessing my whole this is safe. She's like, when the sun goes down, then the dog packs come out,
right.
and then the human swallowing bottle.
It doesn't feel too good when Butterfly Man's S is on your point.
Hey, thanks for calling a corporate time with Tom and Ann. Who's this?
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
You get out of here.
That was a butterfly call.
You
You know what I
Don't waste
think?
my time. I'm talking. I'm
Mainly,
gonna hurt.
what I've had to try to avoid there is swingers.
Oh, really?
So many swingers. I think that they're just, every once in a great while I'll go out and have a drink and I'll think I can be a little bit social, like if there's a a couple, because I can see maybe they're kind of struggling to look for something,
And you
I'll
want
be
to
like,
help
oh,
out.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you're a
just
helpful
like,
person.
or are you trying to look for that? It's if you go around this way, there's a back way or
You
something.
guys
I
looking
like
for a big
sharing
black
my
bull over here? Who over here is looking for a big, strong Latino to do some pumping? And you guys over here? The nerd white couple? It's you guys, right? I can probably help you with that. You dial one up for him, Jenna? Have you ever been approached?
Yes,
Multiple
but I
times?
didn't realize
Did
it.
you ever partake?
No, my
Okay,
God, no.
that's fair.
No.
That's fair.
But
You
I
see what
thought-
you
Well,
think,
you
Susan.
have a swinger type look. Do you understand this, right? You're
What does that
traveling-
even mean? You just opened a whole can of worms, man. This guy says things, doesn't even put any thought into them. He just yells things. You look like a swinger.
Well, no, just like asking Daniel, like, you want to sharpen my battle axe? You have a battle axe look.
Who here makes? It's like who here makes moonshine? And I'm like,
It's like, we
Ross
don't-
gets a little bit.
Yeah, like this guy, Ross can only be a comedian or make some ice cream. Jerry Garcia.
Ben and Jerry's.
But he didn't make the ice cream. He just had a flavor of ice cream. It was a different Jerry, you moron.
No, there is Cherry Garcia, Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Grateful
But
Dead.
he thought Jerry Garcia was the Jerry from Ben and Jerry's. I'll bet my freaking life on it.
I'm a different generation than you guys. Me and Jenna, which we know.
I love it.
Do you remember that the song? There ain't no Hagen, there ain't no Dawes, there ain't no Frisian, there ain't no Glaus, there ain't nobody named Steve at Steve's, but there are two guys at Ben and Jerry's.
All right, I'm in a
No.
different generation.
Yeah,
than
me
everybody.
too.
You don't remember that, Daniel?
No,
old
no,
ice
no,
cream
no.
songs?
I don't
Why
remember
do I
that
remember
one.
that?
I don't remember that, but I do remember eating at Sambo's, and you can't do that anymore. That was bad, bad.
So, any other last advice traveling? Would you say? I've got one. Don't let your kids play on their devices while you're driving in like a new location, because every time you see something like a mountain or any sort of spectacular view
You're
out the window,
interrupting them.
Yeah, they're like, rewind it.
you turn around and you're like, hey, and then you see that they're just looking at roadblocks again, and you're like, God damn, just look out the window. There's mountains outside.
But did you know you could
we
make...
drove over here for nothing.
You could make your own mountains on Roblox. You can literally make a mountain.
Yeah, you're building digital mountains. There's an outlook out the window.
Is all your advice for travel just things you wish your kids did?
Well, it's my own experience.
So, but what about you guys when you're traveling? Teaching them is like if something doesn't go the way that you think it's gonna go,
this
or
is good.
the place that you were trying to go is closed, or
Like-
something that you can
Or like you
take that
abandoned
into
them in a
new-
hotel room and then there's a fire and they can't find you, something like that.
Yeah, they describe that as the worst trip that they've ever taken. And I'm like, God, to New York City. That's someone's dream
It was an
trip.
expensive. That was not a cheap nightmare.
Oh my God.
That was like prison to us. I'm like, oh,
We got traumatized, and he wasted thousands for a concert of a comedian he didn't even care about.
no, but you're right. I guess the last piece of advice that me and Jenna were talking about is the ability to be fluid. And
Yeah, I'm not good at that. I've had to do better at that. And I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I am way better at it.
That if something doesn't go right in the plans, like just deviate and do something different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's the same thing. You're still having some sort of experience.
Totally.
If you're near some place, there's another thing we were talking about. If you're near a place, you may not be ever back there, or at least in 20 years or something, like crazy amount of time, or ever again. Go to a adjacent cool place. Like if you're already in a region,
Yes.
check out
You're
something
spending
nearby.
so much money to go all the way across the world. There's so many other places that are touching it right there that you could just sort of, I call it like scabbing off. Take 3 days and scab off. Just get a little round trip flight from Greece to Egypt and back. Go to Egypt for 3 days, stay in Cairo, come back to Greece, or you could do, there's a lot of, too, like, you could check the airlines, like, say, like, going to Tahiti. You can, or you can go to New Zealand with Air Tahiti Nui, but you can stay a week in French Polynesia. Same thing with,
That's
like,
bucket list for me.
Iceland Air. You can take Iceland Air and go fly to like Ireland or wherever in Europe they fly to, but you can stay a week, a layover in Iceland.
Okay.
You can. There's a lot of
yeah, you fly over it in Europe.
It's airlines. Usually, that's the countries, the airlines that they want you to stay in there. Give some money. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Iceland Air wants you to stay in Iceland
Sure.
for a week. And so you don't have a fee. You could just do a break, you say a multi-stop or whatever, and then it's not an extra charge. So you get like an extra vacation out of it to another place that you know, then you got to, if you're going to go to Iceland, maybe it's you're going straight there, but you want to go to, you see what I'm saying? Like,
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's
You
like when I
get-
take the kids to Cocoa Beach. A lot of times we'll stop at the McDonald's and Cocoa on the way back, and it's totally different McDonald's.
It's true.
And-
Should have got a play place.
But also,
if I
Jenna,
remember correctly.
the Heartless Corporation I work for only gives me 10 days off a year, and I need a couple days off for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I only have 4 paid day vacations.
here's another thing. Then,
So I
okay,
gotta
so
go
you
to Europe.
choose your layover. You can look at where your layover is. This is a lot of how I choose my trips too, is where is the layover? Is it in, Qatar, Qatar, how do you say it, And maybe it's a 10-hour layover. That means if it's anything 5 hours or over, you could leave the airport. So you could go have lunch and come back. Or sometimes it's like 18 hours. So you can get there at night, get off the plane, go take a taxi or an Uber to a hotel, have dinner, walk around the promenade or wherever you're at, and then wake up at 3 in the morning. And instead of sitting in the look, you're going to spend that much sitting in the airport with $1,000 in drinks and stupid.
Yeah, you might as well go somewhere.
You might as well just spend it on a taxi in a hotel and go have a night out in that layover town.
Sure.
So I'll choose my flights based on the layover if I want to go see someplace new just for a hot minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you have to stay over somewhere, why not just?
But
you
my
know.
anxiety is so high, Jenna, I can't leave the airport. It's terrible.
Well,
I'll
I
sit
mean,
there for 10 hours
that
in
is
the
kinda
You
Applebee's.
gotta be okay with it.
Yeah, that's like for me, for somebody like me. Yeah, that's true, man. That's gonna be hard. That's
Gotta
gonna be
be
a
okay with
that's
it.
gonna be a white knuckle taxi back when we're running late.
Just counting down the time.
See,
back
that's
to the
my
airport.
adrenaline. Is like I would so much. I'll have my board with me, and like if I was flying to LA or something, I would stop layover. I don't know if it was in Denver, 5 hours. I'd be on the plane getting a Expedia to get a car, get on the bus, get the car, go drive to go skate this park in Denver, and then back and get it's like the adrenaline of being able
The
to
mission.
make it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, it's like Tetrising it, like fitting it all together
Yeah.
perfectly, and you're like,
Yes. Yeah.
I get the execution on it. I'm just not.
But you got to be okay
Good
with
at
it not happening too. So maybe then
I think you
missed
have to
your flight
practice
or
it
something.
too. I do think you
Yeah.
have to practice it because it's not something that for me. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna take years off my mind. But when you do it, it is super rewarding.
Yeah.
Well, Jenna, where can people buy your jewelry and everything? Plug your website.
Yep. So pretty much it's Tying Tribes, TYING, TRIBES, Tying Tribes. That's me. That's my jewelry. And on Instagram, mostly is the best way. So you would give a follow on Instagram or Facebook. And the way that I sell my jewelry, like online, say, is you just keep an eye on my story, see if you see anything, because every piece I make is different. And basically, you call or text me. Otherwise, see it at art show. I actually will be locally. I'm actually doing the Daytona
Nice.
art Halifax art show, whatever
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Daytona.
That's a big one.
This coming
The
weekend.
Halifax one's big, right?
It's fine. It's just something kind of local. I'm just happy
Cool.
to be here.
You
and
should
that
try to
one,
get a
and then
layover in
the
Orange
following
City.
week, the second weekend in November, I'll be in New Smyrna, Flamingo Follies. It's like a little craft show there. So I'm just two little kind of locally things because I'm in town. So just kind of.
All right.
Very cool.
Well, you can get my jewelry at TomVansInequities.com. It'll be confusing when you get there.
And that's and it's not an S, it's a Z because he's hip. This guy thinks he's a boy band. It's the letter N with a Z.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.